conga drums are considered to be the backbone of salsa music. Changes in hand position create the open and closed slap tones that allow for countless variations in sound and rhythm. The technique for hand drums differs from stick playing in one very important way. Playing with a stick requires control over the bounce, also called rebound. Proper hand position, grip, and stroke execution are essential for stick control. Good stick control means smooth, fluid motion. Smooth, fluid motion means a clean, articulate sound. Today we will take a look at grip and other areas of hand technique and review the fundamentals of stroke and rebound. All drumsticks have a balance point where the weight is equal on both sides. A balance point can also be called a fulcrum. Holding the stick behind the fulcrum puts more of the weight of the stick in front of your hand. The idea is to get the stick to work for you. Controlling the weight of the stick is the first step in hand technique. Once you can balance the stick, move your hand toward the back a bit and hold the stick between the first joint of the index finger and the thumb, with your thumb parallel to the stick. This creates a new fulcrum with weight distribution that's more suitable for playing. Next, pull the rest of your fingers in and use them to cradle the stick. This helps with control of both the downstroke and the upstroke. It is very important to take your time and develop good habits. Remember to look at your hand position and correct any stray fingers or bad angles. Proper grip is necessary for any musical style, and having a good, consistent hand position will allow you to get better, faster. The most common way of holding the sticks these days is called matched grip, where both hands hold the stick in the same way. This is a natural, simple approach and is often recommended for beginners. Back in the day, drummers used the standard left-hand traditional grip, which dates back to pre-Revolutionary War era military drummers who carried side-slung snare and tenor drums. This left-hand grip made their job easier by compensating for the steep angle of their drums. For a traditional left-hand grip, start by placing the end part of the drumstick by the base of the thumb. The stick will rest on the pinky and ring fingers, which should be curled inward somewhat for comfort. Bring the index and middle fingers over the top of the stick and cradle the stick loosely between the middle and ring fingers. For traditional grip, the right hand should be in the same position as it would for matched grip. It takes time to become comfortable with left-hand traditional playing, so be patient. If you're interested in this grip, first practice holding the left stick properly to get used to it before playing. Thumbs up, timpani, or French grip is another hand position used by drummers. The sticks are held similarly to matched grip, except here the hand is turned sideways, with the thumb facing up. This allows the fingers to move the stick, which is good for sensitivity and articulation. This style of grip is popular for drum set players who must play on multiple surfaces, each with a different amount of rebound. Once proper grip and hand position is achieved, we should look closely at the stroke itself, from the upstroke to the downstroke to the rebound that gives energy to the next stroke. For matched grip, we use an up-down motion, similar to bouncing a basketball. Start by bringing the stick up with a bend of the wrist. Once the stick reaches a certain angle, perhaps 60 to 70 degrees, the weight shifts to the butt end of the stick. That energy is released at the start of the downstroke when the weight shifts back again, causing the downward velocity to increase. We can add speed and power by using a whipping motion. We should allow the stick to move freely within the hand to maximize this energy buildup, which makes things easier. Once the stick strikes, the rebound should send the stick upward under its own power. It is important to allow this to occur. We must not restrict the movement with stiffness or tension, or leave the drumstick on the head. For left-hand traditional, we approach things differently owing to the position of the hand and the angle of the stick. This stroke begins with an outward wrist turn. This wrist turn loads the energy into the stick, and the downward flick is made by another turn, this time inward, similar to the movement used when turning a doorknob. Here, the weight shifts again, and the stick moves downward toward the playing surface. This stroke and the subsequent rebound require a relaxed hand, free from tension. Subtle, quiet roll strokes, ghost notes, and jazz comping rhythms can be played by using the ring and index fingers to move the stick. The fingers can be moved together or separately. To play French grip or timpani style, the sticks are held the same way as matched grip, but the hand is rotated outward so the thumb points straight up. The forearms are positioned closer to the body, with the wrists angled so the sticks are parallel and pointed forward. Rotating the wrist produces the upstroke, and adding some snap to the downstroke gives the extra momentum needed. For drum set players, this grip is great, especially for your primary riding hand, because the position of the hand and arm in relation to the body is more natural from the hand all the way up to the shoulder. Also, the squeezing motion of the fingers produces more dynamic, controlled sounds on cymbals, especially hi-hat and ride, making room for more expressive possibilities. The importance of good hand technique cannot be overstated. It is pointless to practice incorrect technique because that only makes things harder, and all the things you want to play will be even further out of reach. Make sure you take the time to learn proper technique and check in on your hand position and grip to make sure you are doing it right every time. By keeping our hand position and motion the same, we will strike the drum or cymbal the same with each stroke. Remember to be relaxed and keep your muscles free from tension when you play.